This is the table service piece of the point of sale. You can see we have the tables laid out here for the Gold Panner restaurant. This would all be done as a touch screen, so you'd simply be able to touch those colored tables to bring up the menu. Of course, this would be customized to suit your layout. We can see over here, here's Amanda's table, and we're going to do some ordering on table number 9. So we simply select the table, and the menu comes up. The touch screen menu comes up. So this menu, and these would all be customized to suit, this menu is set up for meals and whatnot like this, specials in the middle, some action items down here for splitting and transferring and reprinting, the main functions for sending to the kitchen, printing the bill, paying, and then of course some keys over here for doing the tendering so you don't have to use the keyboard. So in regular operation, everything would be done using the touch screen. So for example, let's order some breakfast. So person number 1 is going to have a Gold Panner breakfast, and for their eggs, they're going to have scrambled eggs. For the meat for that breakfast, they're going to have bacon, and for the toast, they're going to have brown toast. Person number 2, we just select the second person, we'll have a prospector, which is steak and eggs. And the first thing it asks is, how do you want the steak done? So I'll have the steak done medium rare. We'll have the eggs done over easy. And we'll have some brown toast. Now person number 2 said, I don't want any butter on my brown toast. So we're going to go back to the holds, subs, and adds section. And we're just going to hold the butter. Just as simple as that. So all done in touch screens. Now we're going to do some beverages for these people. So person number 1 is going to have orange juice and coffee, but not mixed, of course. Person number 2 will have grapefruit juice and tea. And then we're going to send that to the kitchen. The kitchen slip would look like this. It would print out on a receipt printer in the kitchen. And it tells the kitchen how to plate the meals. So this just tells me that this is a kitchen slip. This tells me what items it's filtering on, because I may have more than one kitchen printer, one to do mains and one to do appies, for instance. So I've put this in the heading just as an example so I know what's going on. It shows me the date, the time is down here. It shows the invoice number, which is the audit number, the server's name, the table number, and what the 2 people want, essentially the 2 plates. So a Gold Panner breakfast of scrambled eggs, bacon, and brown toast, and the prospector, which is a steak medium rare, eggs over easy, brown toast, hold the butter. Now you'll notice that the drinks are not on the kitchen slip, because in my example, the servers do their own drinks, and so we don't have to put the drinks on here. And then it returns back to the menu, and you can see now it's changed colors to indicate that this table is now in use. And depending on the operation, you could log out and log back in again. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to carry on, and I'm going to do a little more on table 9. I'm going to add a little more to here. I'm going to add a thermos of coffee, a large thermos of coffee for person number 1, and that's to go. Okay? And then they ask for the bill, so I'm going to print them the bill. This is one of the documents that would be customized for you. So because you give this to your guest, I've put a logo on it and made it look kind of nice. So information about you, again the date and time, the audit number, the server, the table number, and then it lists all the things that you've sold. Now of course it doesn't list that you wanted the eggs over easy or the steak medium rare. Those went to the kitchen, but not to the bill. So there's the total. If you've got tax, you can have 1 or more tax. There's the total with tax. And then because this is the bill, you can record a spot for a tip. If it's a room or an accounts receivable account, a spot for them to sign. And again, this would be customized to suit. And then a little while later, we're going to do the tender, we're going to pay for it. So again, we're going to come in here. We're going to press the pay button now over here to pay for this. And so we can do cash, we can do credit cards, and of course if there's a credit card gateway attached to it, when you come in here, it'll automatically come across and do the credit card gateway for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a charge to room, because I think that is pretty cool. So we're going to come in here, we're going to add a $5 tip, we're going to do charge to room, and it's going to ask for a room number. So I'm going to say the guest tells me he's in room 201. It's going to take a fetch and see who's in there. It tells me that Henry Dremer is in there, so you look up and ask for the guest's name if you don't know, and the guy says, yes, I'm Henry Dremer, and you complete the and then the sales slip will print out. It'll print on the receipt printer right beside the workstation. The workstation will be a touchscreen workstation. And this sales slip is intended for the server so they have an audit during their cash out.